Ladies and gentlemen, dear participants, it is a great pleasure for me to attend this forum today, which is focused on the smart cities as a crucial issue during COVID-19 era and beyond. Unfortunately, during the past months, we all around the world have experienced hard and desperate conditions, and the COVID-19 pandemic has caused the death of more than 2.5 million people in the world.
Okay. Today I'm going to present. At first, thank you for the opportunity to present my smart city study. And my name is Jaiung, and I'm working for the KRIS, Korea Research Institute for Human Settlements. That's actually the government side research institute. So therefore, I'm actually working for the government policy making. I'm supporting the government policy making, and today I'm gonna talk a little about the smart city policy in Korea, and after that I will briefly explain how to approach the approach against the COVID-19 in Korea. And at first, I am actually working for the national policy in Korea, the smart city national policy in Korea. Therefore, not only the Seoul policy, because in Korea we have a smart city national policy, and of course Seoul is the most developed city and the most the smartest city in Korea. And each city and each country has their own smart city vision and objectives and their smart city components. In Korea, the objective of the smart city is two things. The first one is to solve urban problems, and the second one is to support the new industry development by improving the effectiveness of urban function. And to accomplish these two objectives, the Korean smart city has three different components. The first one is technology and infrastructure. And we realized that the technology and infrastructure is not enough to solve the urban support of new industry development. Therefore, the second component of smart city in Korea is governance, the cooperation, and the legal system. That's the second component of Korean smart city. And the third part is the innovation thing, how to put the innovation into the city. That's the third component of Korean smart city.
I started the presentation afterwards. So 2018, there were three big service providers in the city of Vienna, one for the government, and two for the healthcare systems. One for the public hospitals. It's about 16 in Vienna, and one for the big hospital called ECA. Since then, all the three organizations were merged, and this is one of the big positives, most positive impacts before the pandemic, because we get to know each other, and there was synergy in the infrastructure and the platforms. So we started in a better way. And crossing the government and e-health. But It's also important to know that Austria is 9 states. They are very federal. There are a lot of different systems, and we have in Austria one big for the epidemic system. Now I'm starting the presentation. Oops. Do you see it? Do you see the patient?
Yes, sir. Yes, okay. We have you.
I don't see. Okay. So I'm starting. There are 3 big infrastructure platforms we are using in Austria for the overall states. It's the epidemiological reporting system. In this system, we are reporting every case of any epidemic fall. It was shown that in the pandemic, this platform was not big enough configured. So we had a lot of to do. That we got all cases per day in this system. It took about 4 weeks, so we were ready for to integrate all cases in these systems.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Anil Bansal. I'm heading an organization by the name Vastunidhi, and we are working together with Wipro, which is an elite organization into IT. And I'll be presenting over here the new technologies and how to handle in the new city so that the pandemic might be controlled also, and we handle it in a very rational fashion. Just about us, we at Vastunidhi is a team of professionals. We are advising India in a lot of smart cities. India as a country, we all know it's a country with a handsome sized population and with large diversity. So to understand and to, I think my screen is visible. Yeah. We are the ones who are handling a lot of cities, the new cities. Vastu and Wipro, we are working together on Jaipur Smart City, Delhi Smart, the Noida and the Greater Noida Smart City, and Delhi Municipal Mumbai the corridor. We at Vastunidhi are doing urban planning, smart city solutions, architecture, landscape architecture, infrastructure design, services planning, healthcare systems, and IT solutions. Coming to what we want to contribute towards the pandemic control through smart solutions is, in every city, the gap analysis should be done so that we can identify the problems in the city for combating the pandemic situations. The most important is we should review our infrastructure, which we have, and what is the gap. So the prime focus should be on the food supply mechanism, the mobility, healthcare, because healthcare is very, very important in the state. Continuous supply of every services, water supply, sanitation, etc. should go. Retail and office infrastructure, as we have to run the economy along with the total movement. So the retail and office infrastructure should open up in a fashion that the disease doesn't spread further, and we are able to have a control on the disease. So focus should be done on moving towards a sanitized, contact-free mechanism with minimum human interface.
Yeah, hi again. Thank you, and all the panelists are the webinar. In the webinar, it was very beneficial presentations for me. Thank Dr. Lee, Mr. Bansal, and Mr. Rosenberg for their presentations. We did a little bit of cheating as well in my presentation. I tried to cover other aspects which was not that much covered by the other speakers, because very focused presentations on health policy, and very good points mentioned in the presentations was clear enough. So I try to add a little bit more from our side as well to what was mentioned by the esteemed guest in the panel. So let me start. A Smart Tehran program for us, as you mentioned, was one of the most important projects in Tehran municipality. So in my presentation, I'll try to first start talking about Smart Tehran program, and then later on a few experiences that we have during the COVID time. And as well at the end, I'll try to open some discussions just about the effect of COVID on the smart cities. The Smart Tehran program, as you can see here, is our key initiative in order to move Tehran towards its goals of a smart city. And this program has different aspects. As you'll see here, the citizens we put in the center. We've tried in three different aspects, which is one of them is policy making, levers, and also the point of actions. Divide our activities in the smart city era. And as you'll see, for the policy making, we try to put focus on vision, policies, regulations, monitoring indexes, and public consultations activities. So it's about 3 years that we are working on this program, and in different areas of policy making and organizational building. I mean, the governance of the program, we've tried a lot to create what is needed. In the levers category, you will see two key aspects of our program. One of them is the innovation activities, as mentioned by Dr. Lee, creating the ecosystem of innovation. And also the digital services, which I will try to elaborate more on that, and the role of the digital services in COVID time. Also, we have 3 key points of action in our plan: smart mobility, smart environment, energy, and safety, and also the digital transformation of the municipality itself. So this has been the point of actions that we have focused on during our plan. So we will have some references of this SDP during the presentation. This is the overall view of this SDP. And based on this planning, we've divided our action plans into 5 key pillars that you can see them in this slide. From the right side, you'll see the Smart Mobility Initiative, which mainly will be divided into a smart mobility services and clean transportation. Then we have the Smart Citizen and Digital Services, which, as Dr. Sabbakho, you mentioned, the citizenship service platform, which is called My Tehran, is the key initiative on this, and one of the biggest programs of Tehran municipality in order to mobilize these services and digitize these services. Also, we have a neighborhood citizen engagement platform, which is called Baham, which means together in Farsi, actually, which is also a very good platform for us to engage citizens in the Tehran Smart Tehran program.